the Oklahoma Sooners got you working early this morning, Steve. It's been a tough week for OU fans, but some of this recruiting news is trying to balance out some of the bad news that they're getting with the football team. Steve, we woke up to a huge flip. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, 5-star offensive tackle Cooper Hackett, the number one player in the state of Oklahoma out of Fort Gibson High, flipped his commitment from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. And over the weekend, I wrote, Sooners, they just got to get in the parking lot, not the ballpark of where Texas Tech's modern recruiting financial package was for the blue chip offensive lineman. They just had to get to the parking lot. I asked them after he committed to Oklahoma where they were at, how much less did he take? He said, I took a good chunk less, but he just wanted to be home, man. And Cooper Hackett flips his commitment from Texas Tech to Oklahoma. He says, if I'm in the NFL, which is what I want to do overall, that money is not going to matter. And I'm going to bet on myself. And that's what I'm doing. Oklahoma offensive line coach Bill Bedenbaugh is considered the best in the business. He went to Oklahoma's wins over Michigan and Auburn, felt that environment, felt that atmosphere. There's not many places like the Palace in college football, particularly at night. His relationships with the entire Oklahoma staff, not just Coach Venables, not just Coach Bill Bedenbaugh, but he talked about knowing all the defensive coaches. He said not a day went by where he and his family didn't hear from someone at OU. How about Oklahoma's prized true freshman offensive lineman Michael Fasusi getting on the field? That was a big win for the Sooners last cycle. Cooper Hackett, seeing him play, that's exciting for him as well. Loves the Oklahoma boys on the team. He has a great connection with the players there. Look, he was good with Texas Tech. And I talked to a source that said, I'd send my kid, I'd have a hard time not sending my kid to Texas Tech too with that opportunity. But at the end of the day, Cooper Hackett wanted to be at OU, get in the parking lot, get him to campus a couple times, and they got it done.
Yeah, and that was not a long commitment to Texas Tech. He made that pledge on August 30th. Do you think that he had Oklahoma in the back of his mind really since his commitment to Texas Tech?
Well, early in his process, he said Oklahoma was a school he was always comparing everybody else to. And so when Texas Tech started trending, we all know why. Now, the Red Raiders did a good job of recruiting him. They offered him early. They got him to campus. When Joey McGuire is recruiting you at Texas Tech, it's authentic. I mean, it's not just a transactional deal. I mean, Joey McGuire is a player's coach. Players love playing for him. And they did a good job of authentically recruiting him, in addition to doing a fantastic job of modern recruiting him. But sometimes you get the hometown discount. And the kid just wanted to play for Oklahoma. He's a Sooner. He loved going to games there. His family loves OU. Oklahoma's track record of player development on the offensive line, being around the guys, seeing those two big wins, feeling the trajectory of the program, getting the money to a point where you're okay with giving the hometown discount. He is now in the fold for Oklahoma.
And then about an hour later, elite offensive tackle Caden Perry commits to OU as well. Also, all within an hour, the number 1 and number 2 players in the state of Oklahoma are committed to the Sooners. Was this a package deal?
No, two young men doing their own things with the compass leading them to the same place, Norman, the Palace, the Oklahoma Sooners. Caden Penny, he's the number 2 player in the state. He is Rivals' number 34 prospect overall, number 7 offensive tackle from Bixby High, one of the top high school football programs in the country. He spent a lot of time at Oklahoma during his process. He was at the win over Michigan. He was at their big Champ U barbecue in the summer. He told me the culture there is real. Coach Bedenbaugh is one of the best to do it. And so Oklahoma checks all the boxes for Caden Penny. I predicted him to the Sooners over the weekend after talking to a source. For Cooper Hackett, it was just, could he get over the fact that Oklahoma wasn't going to come close to the opportunities off the field at Texas Tech? And after 2 visits to Oklahoma for Cooper Hackett, his love for the Sooners, wanting to represent that logo in state, playing with all the guys he knows for a program that he has great pride in, they were able to get that one done. And Oklahoma's got the number 2 class in the country right now in 2027.
Wow.
They're at number 19 in 2026. They got some targets out there in 2026. They got some more targets out there in 2027.
All right, let's talk. Yeah, and Hackett was the first five-star commitment for OU since Michael Fasusi last cycle. Five-star, not just on the offensive line, just at any position in general. So you mentioned that OU could stay hot on the trail. Steve, give us a little more.
Let's talk Game Time, the go-to source for your tickets for sporting events, concerts, entertainment, and more. It is in the thick of NFL season right now. College football is heating up. Conference rivalries are going on, and you want to be there. Well, thankfully, the Game Time app gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing ticket experiences, and it only takes a few simple clicks. The app is easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included. So what you see is what you pay. And that's why I use Game Time app for all my favorite teams in the Indianapolis area. It's super simple and it makes the experience of buying great seats a breeze. Also, one of the coolest features I've seen is the Game Time lowest price guarantee. It's where Game Time will credit you 100% of the difference to guarantee you're getting the lowest price if you find cheaper tickets elsewhere. Here is what we're going to do. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the promo code WILTFONG for $20 off your first purchase. That is WILTFONG, WILTFONG, for 20% off Game Time, last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed. Well, let's stay on the offensive line. In the 2026 class, Oklahoma offered in-state prospect Daniel McMorris over the weekend. Talked to him about that opportunity. He said growing up in Norman, having the chance to play for the Sooners means a lot. Now, he doesn't plan on making a decision until November. Cal and Texas Tech are involved, but Sam Spiegelman likes Oklahoma. I certainly do as well. Over the weekend, they had four-star Rivals 300 linebacker Jacob Curry up from Nice, Florida. He told me OU setting the pace for him. My Rivals prediction machine forecast reflects that. He completely believes in Coach Venables, what they're building at OU, the whole package, every aspect from the coach, culture, fans, facilities, and development. He says that sets Oklahoma apart. We'll see if the likes of Ohio State, Florida State, Baylor can make a move for Curry moving forward. Braden Allen, receiver committed to Tulane, had an amazing visit to Oklahoma over the weekend as well. He's at Colorado this weekend. We'll see how that goes, but certainly Oklahoma gave him a lot to think about. Loves the opportunity to play in the SEC. The coaching staff made him feel like he belongs there. The atmosphere is something he could see himself thriving in. So Oklahoma is one to watch for speedy receiver Braden Allen out of Louisiana. Love where they stand for Jacob Curry. And then certainly where they stand with Daniel McMorris in 2026. And they're trying to get involved with four-star Milan Paris, who's an Iowa State receiver commit.
All right, Oklahoma fans, how you feeling? What a way to wake up on a Thursday morning with two huge additions on the offensive line. Let's talk about it. Comment section below.